And by that, and I'm not trying to disrespect anyone out there from the Buffalo media, whether it's mainstream or blogging, podcasting, whatever. It just seems that people in Buffalo tend to look at the more positive aspect of anything the team does. I'm not talking about Diggs. I'm talking about literally anything. You know what I'm saying right now. With Mike Sando, I feel like he calls it down the line, and he graded this trade a C. And I want to read his paragraph on what he wrote, and then I want to come right back and get your take on it. This is what Sando said. He said, the Bills are getting a good receiver in his prime and under contract with team-friendly salaries, which is good. But they parted ways with significant draft haul weeks before one of the most receiver-rich drafts in memory. They are getting a player in Diggs who has not seemed happy of late in Minnesota. If Diggs did not seem thrilled catching passes from Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, with at least 10 indoor games each season in a play-action scheme creating wide-open looks, how will he feel tracking passes from Josh Allen in the win and cold of Buffalo against AFC East opponents, featuring Stephon Gilmore, Xavier Howard, and Byron Jones at corner? The question seems reasonable. The hope for Buffalo is that the team will win, with Diggs becoming a reliable target for Allen. That could certainly happen. That's his take. What's yours about this whole Stephon Diggs acquisition?
I absolutely love it. The reason being is, yes, it is a wide receiver rich draft, but there is no doubt that after the top three, that there is a drop off.
Sure.
And whether or not there's a drop off of first round talent, I do think there's 4 or 5 first round grades at the wide receiver position for this draft. So like when I think about it from that aspect, are you good with Justin Jefferson? And I think the answer to that question is no. I don't think for a first round pick, based on that he mostly plays from the slot, that I'm good. Laviska Shenault from Colorado. Well, injuries concerns. I'm not, Denzel Mims from Baylor. So then you start going down the list of these young guys and you say, well, hopefully in 2 or 3 years, they're as good as Stephon Diggs is right now. And not only that, but you probably, and for Brandon Beane's sake, he's saying, what it would have taken to trade up to go and get one of these guys that, again, in the best case scenario, Jerry Jeudy could potentially be as good as Stephon Diggs in a year or two, right? Even one of those guys that could come in that are at the top of this draft, the Ruggs, the Judys, and the CeeDee Lambs. I'm personally a CeeDee Lamb fan myself.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like what they could be, not only here's the context why I give it an A++, right? Because the context is this is the one draft where you're not going to have the ability to work guys out. You're going to end up having to draft guys in a lot of cases that don't have any workout on. They don't have any 40 numbers. Because the pro days got canceled. And if you didn't go at the combine and you didn't get a time at the combine, you didn't throw at the combine, or you didn't, do a 3-cone drill, like those are things now that you have to go off of more film. So If this is the year to trade a first round pick, then so be it, because it's a year that you're going to have less you're going to have less in your arsenal to make the proper decision in the first round. So take the pressure off having to select the right guy in a year that means so much to this Bills team. This third year under Allen's rookie contract, in such a big year for him, you can't go out there and put another rookie in this offense. They needed a proven star, and quite frankly, he's a star. If you don't like the move, it's because you think the Bills overpaid. And for me, I don't think they overpaid at all. They traded the second round, the first round, 22nd overall. And in my opinion, when you look back at that 22nd overall pick, the Bills got a player that, if he was in this draft today, would be a top 5, top 7 pick. No, like maybe even higher. He is a legitimate star in the league. And I think those are very difficult to come by. And Sando's point about the off the field stuff, I spoke with a number of people that were, Matthew Collar included, who all said, like there was some outspoken, he just wasn't getting targets. And at the end of the day, he wants to have the targets of a number 1 receiver, and he's going to have the ability to get that in this offense. And I think with not only what the presence of Stephon Diggs does for Josh Allen, it also, I think, is going to bring a certain presence for John Brown and Cole Beasley, who I think could be in for statistically, it would be impossible for them better seasons than they had last year. But I think they'll be better. They're going to have better roles within the offense because neither of them are going to have to worry about facing a double team ever again. And now you have 3 guys, in my opinion, who are some of the best separators in football. I mean, John Brown's in the top 15, Cole Beasley's in the top 5, and Stephon Diggs might be number 1. in terms of being able to separate at the line of scrimmage. And not only that, but Stephon Diggs, for his size, is one of the best at, going to get the ball in the air, and at its peak. So for me, I think it's an A-plus move, not because I am a Bills fan and I love Stephon Diggs. I think I love the move from a contextual side of it, where you're not going to have the resources this year to make the right decision in the first round pick. Well, get yourself a proven player. Again, 4 years left on a contract at $11 million and some change. Like, give me that all day long. It was a home run for me. I thought they paid fair market value. And please don't bring up, if this is your defense, is, well, look what Houston or look what Arizona paid for DeAndre Hopkins. It's like, get the hell out of here. That's like trying to compare apples to mortgages. It's, we're not even talking about the same thing.